Hey guys, for anyone watching this as not a member, we have a booking system where our members go on and book their sessions, whether they're in person, online, or what have you. And normally I add availability on a repeat basis for an amount of time. So if I know for the entirety of the year nothing's going to change, then I'll add on a whole year's worth in one go on like a repeat function, which takes a little while, but it's not that big a deal. Obviously, over the last year, exactly what we've been offering has changed a number of times between being solely in club before the first lockdown to being solely online and then different combinations of the two throughout. And this last week, we've been back in the club. And rather than adding availability on a almost indefinite basis, I just trialed putting the first week on, so this week, with the view to seeing how that went from a booking perspective, because obviously we've got limited space in the club at the moment due to social distancing. So I wanted to make sure that we didn't put on something that I was then going to have to delete and change after a week because it wasn't working. However, it has been working. So what I'm doing now is for the remainder of the 4 weeks that we're in stage 2, where we've got the current limitations on, I've added repeat availability booking. And I've just finished adding it, and I realized I made a little mistake. What I'd done is I'd copied over the repeat system, whatever you want to call it, from the previous online sessions, just edited a little bit, and then duplicated that for each of the different sessions. So it took about an hour. And then when I went to check it at the end, I realized that there was unlimited capacity on those sessions because there is unlimited capacity on our online sessions. Obviously, we don't have an unlimited number of people in there, but just from booking perspective, there's no point putting a limit on it because as many people as one can turn up for it. So I've then had to go through or starting to go through now and edit them back to the reduced capacity of in club of 14. So it was a little error. It was a small oversight at the start, a couple of seconds worth, but it's compounded. It's now going to add maybe another half an hour or more onto my work to get that sorted, which is not the end of the world, but it just shows that often these little areas can compound. And unless we have a test almost along the way to show that, they can lead to us later on having a result that we're not happy with. That's why we recommend tracking food with MyFitnessPal, because out of all the things we've ever recommended, it's the only thing that gives something particularly concrete to go off. Someone can describe the way they're eating, and on the face of it, it sounds good. You know, it'll include some veg, they'll say they might have a bit of this, etc. But it generally sounds okay. And we can maybe give a bit of directional advice. But obviously, that approach to eating hasn't been working for them because it's led to a result down the line they're not happy with. Tracking our food on MyFitnessPal gives us some cold, hard data. It shows us those little errors, if you will, the little things that we have that we didn't realize were quite so calorie heavy, that we didn't realize quite what contribution they made to our weight gain. And when we see that, they're often relatively easy changes. All I've had to do, I mean, it's going to take a little while, is open up all those files and change the unlimited sign to a 14. It's relatively easy to do. Thankfully, I hadn't created a whole year's worth and had to do that. So your equivalent to what I'm doing now is tracking. I completely get it's a little bit of a pain, but out of all the pains we could possibly do, it's the highest return on investment one. You know, if we spend 2 minutes per meal tracking our food, that's a total of potentially 42 minutes, maybe a little bit longer with snacks throughout the week, about the same as one workout. And I guarantee we'll get way more benefit from tracking our food for a week than we ever will do from a single workout. For the knowledge it gives us about the changes we can make to our food, for the degree of accountability it gives us, it's a much, much higher return on investment. And it's not 45 minutes in one block where we potentially have to go somewhere and work up a sweat. It's a couple of minutes here and there spread throughout the week for, again, the highest return on investment activity we can do, for finding those little errors, if you will, in the way we're eating, and to stop them compounding over time and to make adjustments that do the exact opposite and create a cumulative effect of us going in the direction we want over time. As always, guys, if you find any of this useful, interesting, thought-provoking, if you're not a member already, I'll pop a link in the comments below. If you want to transform your life and body whilst having fun with like-minded people in an intimidation-free atmosphere, lose 10 to 20 pounds over the coming 8 weeks without having to give up all your favourite foods and do boring exercise you hate with a money-back guarantee, then check that out.